This is for educational purposes only. Before watching this video, make sure you always keep that in mind. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Lawrence Bing, and today we are answering your questions that you guys gave me on Instagram and TikTok. Let's get right into it. Before starting this video, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up. Make sure you also turn on the post notifications and comment down below. These questions are all about me or anything relating to being transgender. Here we go. Why did you turn trans? And when did you know you were? So when you do, it's when the brain does not match the gender. That's how it happens. And when did I think I was? Well, I always thought it was a dream and it couldn't be possible. So I would have to say at a young age, but I did not know until after year 12. How long did it take to be trans? Well, considering I didn't know for so long, I would have to say maybe 15 years, which is long, very, very long. Not gonna lie, but it's hard to kind of say that because it's how long does it take to be trans. It doesn't take any time, it just is when it happens, if that makes any sense. Were you scared when you had surgery? I did not have surgery, guys. I have not had surgery, but it doesn't take surgery to be trans, and that was another question that has come in previously. Do you prefer being a girl or a boy? Clearly a guy, because that's why I am continuing to transition, and that's the whole point of it. So if I preferred to be a girl, then I wouldn't transition at all, or I would detransition, which is probably absolutely a never thing. How much money is it to physically transition to the opposite gender? A lot. A lot. Hormones cost $90 each month. Each month, $90. Top surgery, $10,000 plus. Bottom surgery, between $50,000 and $70,000. Yeah, so you guys can do the maths. Thank you so much for all the questions, by the way, guys. I love them. Is it expensive for most of the products you use? I like this question because I've done previous YouTube videos on the products. Yes. Because I'm from Australia, yes, because most of the products are actually made in America, and sadly they have not come here yet, and there's no actual store or online store here in Australia, so it costs literally the amount of the product that it does cost to ship it here, so it's like double the price, so it's very expensive. So I want to say for a product, for a binder, it can cost between $70+ and for anything else it can cost between $200 and above. So it's expensive just for one thing. Do you ever miss being a girl? Absolutely no. That's why I'm transitioning. That's the whole point of it. What do you mean by trans? So trans is a shorter word for transgender. It's when you transition to the opposite gender because it does not match the brain. Is wearing the chest binder painful all day? When you first get the binder, yes, absolutely, because it is so tight. It feels, the best way I can kind of explain it, it feels like a rock is on your chest the whole time. So it tends to get a little bit hard to breathe now and then, especially if you're not used to it or you do suffer from claustrophobia, which is something I do suffer from. Yeah, sometimes it does, but once you wear it consistently, pretty much every single day, which is what I do, and it gets used to it, and it also stretches too as time goes on, which makes it easier to wear. Okay, how long have you been trans for? I've kind of answered that question before, but I want to say physically transitioning, mentally coming out and everything like that would be 3 years. How was it like? And did you feel trapped in the wrong body? Yes, that's exactly what being transgender is when you do feel trapped in the wrong body. And it's like, the best way I can kind of explain it is your body's here but your brain's here, but they're in two different people. And that's how I kind of felt. What was your name previously before this all happened? Now, I've gotten a few of these questions before, and a lot of them I'm going to put all up on the screen. I will not say, but if you super really needed to know, I would advise you to go back into my TikToks, because my previous TikToks before transitioning, before coming out, before even knowing that I was trans, are on TikTok. So if you want to really know, just scroll through more than 1,000 TikToks and you'll see. Because I need to set boundaries, and hopefully all of you guys can respect those boundaries that I do set. Especially if you are a great fan of mine, I'm pretty sure you guys will. Do you think you'll ever regret going trans? No. Of course everyone has regrets, but you don't know in the moment that you're going to regret it until after it happens. But being trans is a consistent thing. Of course there's been people that have detransitioned, but they know within, I want to say the first, in my opinion, they know within 6 months to a year. When did you come out? Now I came out, well, yeah, 3 years ago. 3 years. I would have to say 3 years. Have you gotten top surgery, or are you using a binder? I'm using a binder. I would love to get top surgery. It's something that I really want and I do really need, especially in the next probably 2 to 3 years. Was it hard to transition? By the way, love you loads. Thank you so much for the respect and the kindness. Was it hard? Yes. I might explain a bit more on that when another question comes up, because that will relate to that. Did you get any hate for it? I want to say there's bits and pieces, meaning like this is the much of love and this is the much hate I got. How hard was it to come out as trans? I want to say it was like I wanted to just get it over and done with. So I know a lot of people are like, hey, you can just come out once and then that's it. And coming out consistently every single time for every single person is like a mission that you kind of have to complete every single thing. But what I did, period of 2 days, it was kind of 2 days. So family was first and then friends was second. So yeah, I just did it all the same, sent everyone the same message. Everyone, I just copied and pasted it, everyone. Of course I did a part of the message more towards them, as in they will understand that part, and they kind of like, so if it was about school, then I would say, oh, remember this, this would make sense. It's your family's reaction. Good. Now I wasn't really the one that kind of spoke out about that when it did happen. It was kind of word by word, so voice word by word, and then everyone knew, and then it was just whatever. And then we just continued to the next day like nothing happened. So that's, I know it doesn't happen to absolutely everyone. Was it scary to come out? I remember in the moment, yes. There was a lot of anxiety there in that moment, especially sending the message and writing the message. Like I was very like this when writing it, but once it was out I was like, cool, whatever. And like I knew the people that would stay, I knew the people that would leave. You change back to female after. There is a thing called detransitioning, but you can't have everything back once you've started on hormones. So once you've started on hormones, after those 6 months, it's something that is permanent and you cannot take that back. When you take hormones, like your voice changes and it goes deeper when you're going FTM, so female to male, which is what I am. So when you take those hormones and your voice changes, this is just for an example, and this is true. So when your voice changes, but if you wanted to detransition, your voice will still be the same. It won't go back. So it will just be there, and then when you continue doing those hormones, it will get deeper and deeper, depending on the genetics and depending on how your body reacts to those hormones. Do you enjoy being trans? Nobody really enjoys being trans, because of course we would all want to be in the biological gender that we that matches our brain. So that matches our brain. We want to be biologically born that way. So nobody likes it or enjoys it, but if it's something that we have to do, then we have to do it. When you were younger, early teens, have you ever thought that you were going to be trans? No. I like that question. Thank you so much. I did not know. Meaning the reason why I did not know is because I always thought it was a dream. So I had it in my mind, in my dreams and stuff like that. I was like, because I would always, well, I still do, when I dream that I'm a boy and I am biologically a male in my dreams, that I do dream. So I always thought it would be impossible, like nobody thought about it. In school, you're not educated at all on the topic. Not one mention, not nothing. Which I think is really, really bad that the school system does not do that. So I did not know. I thought it was just a dream. I knew in myself I wanted to, but I just thought, well, it's just a daydream, it's not gonna happen, it's impossible. Like the thought of flying by yourself, like flying like a bird, like that is the kind of thought, like flying like a bird and transitioning to a male. So that was the kind of same thought that I had. It's just a dream, it doesn't happen. Like there's no such thing as unicorns, or there's no such thing as flying pigs, you know, something like that. For an example of what my thought process was and how I was thinking. So yeah, I did want to be, but I did not know that was possible. So yeah, did not know it was possible, just thought it was a dream. But once I knew it was possible, I was on board with that. Irie, this is a difficult question, but I want you guys on board. Here we go. Did you lose friends? Yes. Friends, not friends. They are friends. While experiencing this and the whole process, yes, I definitely did. And the people that did care and did not support, of course, they were left, because I've got no time for that and nobody's got no time for that. So if you are in a toxic friendship or relationship, remove it. How did you cope with it in school? Now, not fun fact, but a fact, I didn't, because I did not transition until I was after and out of school, out of year 12. But through primary school, I cut my hair off. I'll try and see if I can insert a photo. I did do a TikTok on it. So when I started school, I had just pigtails and a dress, and then the next, well, not even a year later, I just literally shaved my head off, I just shaved all my hair off, and then I just wore the boys' uniform, which sadly I don't have any photos of that, because all of those memories and all of those photos were lost. So I can't really look back on that day, or that memory, or that, you know, I can't really show you guys, but yeah, it was all boys' uniforms. Then the teachers and the year that I was in year 1 did not accept it, so they would encourage me and force me to be the gender I was, and then I had to wear that paper bag image to continue school life. And for me, I am a very, I want to say shy person, but I don't like confrontations. So, especially as a kid, you don't want that confrontation when you're in school. I would not take any risk because I was bullied in that year 1 kind of area. Now, while I'm saying year 1, I repeated year 2, so then I was put into a different kind of group, but I wouldn't take that risk because that year 1 class was always there until year 6, and then they were in high school, but then I didn't want to risk that because the teachers were still there. So then when they moved to high school and then I moved to high school, the year 1 class was still there, meaning the people that were in year 1 that year was still there. Those people were still there in that high school that I went to. So then I still had to wear that paper bag image until I was out of year 12. Then I found out transgender was a thing in year 12 because there was somebody else that transitioned to female to male. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is actually a legit thing. It's not a dream at all, and it can legitimately happen. So I got on board and I made that change. Action. If you want physical change is the only change that will make a change. How old were you when you decided to be trans? So I'm going to say, when I get this question, I'm going to say when I actually thought it was a legit thing. So not a dream. When it was a dream, it would be soon as year 1 hit. So as soon as I was in year 1, I knew. But as soon as I knew it was possible, after year 12, which was 17, 18 years old, and I'm 21, so yeah, so 3 years. Surgery, yes, 100% yes. Just top surgery. Bottom surgery, no, there's too many risks taken there, and it's like 50% of a risk. Is it hard in today's society to be yourself? Yes, but no. I'm a person that when I'm online, I don't care, and I don't really look at the comments much. You use different things or use something to become the opposite gender. Yes, that's the way to alleviate dysphoria, which is what you feel when you are in the when you are in the wrong gender. You feel dysphoria, which is some people say it's a depression and anxiety mixed together. I say it's more, for me personally, it's more of an anxiety, because of course you are in that wrong body. It's like you are looking, it's like an outer out of experience. Like when you have sleep paralysis, it's like you can see yourself but you're not in yourself. So that's kind of what it kind of feels like in a way. There's many products out there. I've done some YouTube videos on them. If the cards are still available, I will put the card up here where you guys can actually watch that for educational purposes. If you would like to be educated and you would like awareness, yes, you have every right to watch that video as it is public. Okay, so that is all of the Instagram questions. So I'm gonna have to edit this down. I might have to make a 2-part video. Hopefully guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry if I did not answer your question correctly or the way that you wanted to, or either if it didn't make sense. I'm really sorry. I tried to answer it the best I can. By the way, just reminding you all, this is my experience. These questions were answered in my experiences, and of course there was some educational facts behind those as well. If I was referring to others, I only did either factual or educational facts that were either that I've learnt or I've researched through Google and Wikipedia. Of course, everyone's experience is differently, so yes. Okay, see you guys very soon. Thank you guys so much. Peace.